we realise and we recognise that you provide a service that is the envy of the world. We in Britain should be and are rightly proud of what you do. But none of this changes the fact that as a nation, we have got to reduce the deficit left to us by the last government.
Now, 4.8 trillion is a very big number. It's hard to visualise that much money, but that's where the power of television comes in. Just suppose you counted out all that national debt in £50 notes. How high would your stack of 50s be? Bear in mind that a £50 note is very thin. It's officially just 0.11 of a millimetre. That means to get a stack just 1 millimetre high, you need almost £500.
The reality is every part of the public sector has to play its part in reducing the deficit. Fire service is part of that.
We decided to ask a random group of MPs about the enormous size of the debt. Here are some of their responses.
When it comes to the national debt, can you tell me what the rough figure is, sort of very, very roughly?
Well, I'm afraid I don't have that information.
I don't have a figure for the official national debt.
At the moment, for last year, it's about £156 billion.
It's 155 billion.
Something like £170 billion.
A common mistake among our MPs was to confuse the budget deficit, that's how much extra debt we're taking on each year, with the national debt. That's a very big mistake indeed. To illustrate how big, I'm running myself a bath.
So here we have the national debt in my bath, and here we have the budget deficit, the new debt that we're taking on coming out of the tax. And here we have George Osborne's cuts. He's using an egg cup. As you can see, although we are making cuts, we're still taking on far more debt than we are taking out in cuts. The level of the debt is continuing to rise. Despite the cuts, we're getting more and more in debt.
People are now living longer and the cost of public service pensions is rising. As a result, some younger people are being asked to work longer. and everyone is being asked to contribute more towards their own pension. We put a revised offer on the table whereby a firefighter can collect a better pension at the age of 55.
Then I start thinking about it. Half. If you have $5 and have to give somebody $2.50, you'd be upset.
The offer that's on the table is for a firefighter who's earning £29,000 a year to have a pension of £19,000, and then eventually obviously the state pension takes it up to £26,000. The firefighter retiring at 60, the same age as police and the armed services. A firefighter retiring at 60 on a wage of £28,000 will receive a pension of £19,000. And what's more, firefighters will have the option of retiring at 55 at a time when much of the population is working for longer.
I can't believe he did this to me. After all the shit I did, he gonna make it. I did all the thing I did for me. Do this to me. Well, shit, I don't care. You know something? You know what? You know what? Hey!
You will see that even after these reforms, you will have
Half!
So let me assure you now, there will be no government national fitness standard to pass or fail. Nor is there any change to fitness and capability. Some of the stories around that are quite misleading. There's no change to the pension age. The age of 60 came in 2006. 1/3 of all firefighters already are working till 60. So there's no change to that.
Get half your money.
And believe it or not, the retirement age of 60 is not one of the issues you've been asked to strike over. Well, let's be very clear actually. The Fire Brigade Union's trade dispute letter makes it clear that they are not striking over the issue of the normal pension age being 60. That's in fact been in place since 2006. Know that after 2 years of discussion and consultation, this is the final offer on the table. We have done everything we can to positively address their concerns. There is no room for further renegotiation or manoeuvre.
So be careful. I start having nightmares. I was waking up in the middle of the night like this. Ah!